Ariel Helwani post-fight at UFC 125 alongside Clay Guida, who submitted Takanori Gomi tonight. And Clay, before the fight, you talked about how Takanori was one of your idols. Has it sunk in that you actually submitted him tonight?
Not yet. Ariel, first, thanks for having me on. And now I tell you what, that the super deep choke, and I didn't even know he was tapping. I didn't want to be, disrespectful. I thought he was kind of punching me in the side, but I don't think it'll slide in for a few more days. He's someone I've looked up to forever, and he's a great competitor.
Were you surprised that you were able to tap him out?
That early, I thought maybe in the third round we would get him, but I could see he'd take that big gasp of air in the middle of the second. I got that takedown, and he left his head out there. He made a mistake, and we capitalized.
Did you think the choke was tight enough to make him tap?
I didn't think so at first. It was kind of in the crook of my elbow, and I think I might have had an arm in too, and then I just felt him kind of hitting me, but evidently he was tapping, so we felt good. Felt good about it. Jumped off of him and did our little victory lap.
You said you learned that move from Joe Stevenson. Talk about how you actually set it up. The transition to the guillotine was very nice.
Yeah, we were in. I think we were in side or half guard, and I was kind of working a couple elbows, skipping him across his forehead, and he just left his head out there, kind of like a turtle, and we grabbed onto it. And I know there was about 2 minutes left, and I wanted to work some more ground and pound to really secure, the submission. But I felt it, and I was like, we're not turning back. And if you look, he almost swept me, and I just that was Joe Daddy Stevenson right there, signature.
First round, you were very active. You were moving a lot, moving your whole body, not just your head. Do you like? I mean, it's a little unorthodox. We're known to see guys move their head, but you move everything. Do you want to move that much? Is that your style? Are you trying to confuse him out there?
Definitely. You saw him kind of whipping punches from his hip, and they were just barely missing me, and I could see he was kind of taking the wind out of his sails a little bit, and we were playing into our game more so, and he rung my bell in the second, but I know I tagged him a couple times with this overhand right. I kicked him in the jaw once, and his eyes kind of, flashed real quick, and we got to our wrestling, which opened up the ground and pound of the submission.
What did you think of how he looked out there? Did you think he looked tentative at all?
Once I kicked him in the face, I think he was like, all right, now it's a fight, and because even if you saw, he had me in the clinch up against the fence, and he just pushed off and didn't really do anything. I thought he was going to be whipping, uppercut, just whipping punches like he's known for. I think he maybe maybe he was a little suspect because of the takedown. He knew if he was throwing big overhands that I was going to be shooting singles and double legs.
Officially, this is your third submission in a row, and prior to this little stretch, your last submission was in 2006. How did Clay Guida all of a sudden become a submission artist?
Early in my fighting career, if you look back before I was fighting the UFC, I submitted, I think, like 12 guys in a year or something like that, whatever it was. But obviously the competition isn't as stiff as it is here. It's just confidence. I expect to win. Like when I was little wrestling as a little guy, it's like I was like, oh, I hope I win. Now it's a mindset. I expect to go out and win. I expect to have my hand raised, and that's a completely different mindset than when I was small and competing in wrestling. And now it's to me it's like a wrestling match with punches.
Is it time for the MMA media and fans to start talking about Clay Guida being a contender at 155? Excuse me.
We've definitely made some waves. People, we've seen it. They've seen us fight the likes of Roger Wirt, the Kenny Florian, Diego Tyson Griffin, you name it. Josh Thompson, in Strikeforce and things like that. And we've come up short on a couple. We've won a couple, but we're making waves now. We beat a legend. I want to be talked about with the best, but not till I get that belt.
I saw a video online, New Year's resolution of yours was to be a nicer guy. You're one of the nicest guys in the sport. You must have been joking there, right?
Yeah, it was a little of my dry humor, but yeah, we're just having fun, and I guess a New Year's resolution is just to push myself harder than ever.
I want to ask you this question. I want to give you the forum to clear it up. The T-shirt controversy that got a lot of publicity online with the Silver Star. Explain your take on it and whether or not you knew it had anything to do with the Nazi symbol.
Yeah, I had no idea at all. I just wear what they gave me, and then I didn't hear anything till the owner of Silver Star called, and he's like, "Don't worry about it." At that time, he called me at like 7 in the morning. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Just go back to bed." So I let my manager take care of it, and it's all water under the bridge. So
you have no idea.
Zero, no idea whatsoever.
Is there a guy you want to fight next?
I just want to fight the next best competitor in line. Joe Silva and Dana White are always very gracious of giving us good matchups. They're always stiff, and that's what we like. I step up the competition. You give me a mid-level guy, I'm going to fight mid-level. You give me a top-tier guy, I'm going to fight my heart out. And that's what we do best is put on a good show for the fans and you guys.
Well, you look great out there. I've always wanted to tell you this. I've never seen The Big Lebowski, but tonight you made me want to see it. And I'm embarrassed to say that. I know it's a classic, but I figured you of all people would appreciate that, or maybe look down on me because of that.
I would never look down on it. Check it out. John Goodman and Jeff Bridges, Steve Buscemi. It's a classic. You'll love it.
All right. Thank you very much, Clay. Happy New Year and congratulations.
Happy New Year. Thank you, guys.